Hey everyone, Instructor Brooks here, and today's lesson is on the trapezius. I'm just going to go over some real basic information if you're starting your exploration of this muscle, because the basics are the most important, because that is the foundation on which all the other information you have stands. So let's start learning about these traps. If you stay to the end, I'm going to give you a little more information on a study strategy for origin insertion action, a little bit more that I created to help me and fellow other students that I have. And it is a great way to not spend time wasting time trying to memorize flashcards that in the end aren't really going to help you get a lot of test questions right. So I'll talk more about that at the end. And my study strategy implements this study tip, which I recommend for you, which is if you're trying to learn or memorize anything, you got to look at it multiple ways from multiple angles. It's the only way you're going to create complex synaptic connections in the brain, so you actually learn and remember this information. All the information today is going to come from the Essentials of Kinesiology book. My main objective is to show you the origin, insertion, and action of this muscle, and then any other special considerations to think about when trying to move on to further exploration. So let's get into this trapezius muscle here. So traps, you're going to have three sections: your upper, middle, and lower section. Now I want to switch this out to the laser pointer here. So you have that upper, middle, and lower. Upper piece of cake, or middle piece of cake. It's going to do scapular retraction. Not a big deal. Now the upper. Now, when you look at the proximal attachment, I want you to understand this is on the spinous process. Spinous process, right in the middle of that vertebral vertebrae. Okay? And then along the base of the skull, and there's a huge ligament up here, which you can look at later. But your nuchal ligament. I'm terrible at pronunciations. Sorry about that. I just butchered that. So, and then you'll see that the distal attachments along that spine of the scapula and the acromion here. Okay, so what I want you to get at is seeing that with the upper traps, when they contract unilaterally, look at this line of pull here. It's going to pull this way if you don't lift up that shoulder blade. So that upper trap, the rotation that's going to occur is contralateral. If it pulls that spinous process over, so the spinous process here gets moved this way, where's my face going to go? To the left. The reason this is so important is because so many clinicians have forgotten this, didn't learn it. I don't know what happened. But when they go to stretch that neck, with people who have a lot of headaches, they're stretching the levator and they don't stretch this. So I have videos on how to stretch the trap. You should check it out. I'll have a link for the passive insufficiency position. But if you've never had your upper trap stretched, which most people haven't, try this stretch out. You're going to feel a big difference. Now, those lower traps coming up here, what they're going to help do is that lower trap is going to help with upward rotation, because they're going to pull this here, right? Bringing this down, and that's going to cause the inferior border of the scapula to move up, which is upward rotation. I do have videos on osteokinematics, which you should check out, because that is a complex motion, a complex osteokinematic motion that you should know. So check that out, link in the description. And that is some basics of that trap. So, start off understanding basically where it inserts and originates and move from there. But understand some of these critical considerations, because that will go a long way in helping you answer test questions, be a better clinician, and just grasp the information. If this video is helpful, let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you liked about it. If it wasn't helpful, well, I take that too. Then just tell me what you didn't like and I'll make it better for you next time. Also, if you're someone who has already started studying your anatomy and origin insertion, and you have a strategy that's working for you, share it with us. Help people out that maybe my strategies don't help, or even you might have a good idea and I'm like, we can modify that, or I can use that idea. So we can all help each other out. And third, if there's another muscle you'd like me to do, well, hey, give me a holler down in the comments and I will make that video for you. So what now? Well, we're done. So if you like the video, hit the like button, and subscribe, become a member of our community so we can help you through your journey from student all the way through clinician and beyond. And then click the bell for notifications and you'll know when we're releasing new videos. And like I said, I was going to remind you about my muscle anatomy study strategy, which is a link in the description as well. That video goes into much more detail about what the strategy is all about. Check it out. It's really going to take your studying to the next level because you're going to learn information versus memorize it. And honestly, most people don't memorize flashcards. And if they do, it doesn't help you on the test. And I'll prove that to you in that video and with my strategy. I recommend highly checking out the active and passive insufficiency videos. That's a very early on thing that students try to learn and they struggle. So you got to get that down. Check out the videos on passive and active insufficiency and you'll learn how to actually stretch your own upper traps. And go to instructorbrooks.com. Click on the stay informed, and I'll send you an email when I got a new project coming out, so you'll be the first to know when there's new information and new projects. So if you got all that down, be a nice, awesome person, and have a great day.